Buenos dias. Today on Dr. Doug's Quick Spanish, we're going to be talking about informal commands. So if you haven't watched it already, go back and watch the video on formal commands where I explain what commands are, so you get a good base in that. So informal commands are when you're talking to somebody you're familiar with, maybe your friend. You're telling your friend, wash your hands. You're telling your boyfriend or girlfriend, take out the trash, or something like that. Somebody you're familiar with, right? Anybody with whom you would use the form tu is where you would use a formal command. So formal commands are a little more complex because they have a positive and a negative. So if you're telling somebody to do something, the formation is the usted form of the same verb. This is what I mean by that. So comer, if you're telling your friend to eat their sandwich, you would say come tu sandwich. No? That's the usted conjugation of the same verb. Escribir. It would be escribe. That's it, right? Just the usted form of the same verb. Except in the exceptions, there are several of them. There's ven for venir, di, decir, sal, salir, as for hacer, ten for tener, ve for ir, pon for poner, se for ser. And the little mnemonic trick is Vin Diesel has 10 weapons. Vin Diesel has 10 weapons. So that's the way you can remember that. Right. So if you're telling somebody to do something, follow that. If you're telling somebody not to do something, telling your friend, don't touch my stuff, right? If you don't like maybe your roommate, your dorm mate, is all over your stuff, you walk in and you're like, don't touch my stuff. How do you do that? Well, this is the same way you form the formal commands. You're going to go with the yo form. You're going to take off the o and add as or es. So as will be for er verbs or ir verbs, and es will be for ar verbs. That's the opposite of anything. So let's go with comer. Don't eat my food. You're really pissed off at your roommate. We're going to go with como. We're going to take off the o, and then we're going to add this, because that's the opposite ending. No comas mi comida. Right? Pretty simple. So no comas mi comida. Let's go with tocar. Don't touch my stuff. So we're going to go with toco. We're going to take off the o, and we're going to add the opposite ending, to. But how is that pronounced? Well, that's tolses, right? Which doesn't sound like the original hard C. And you remember what we had to do in the preterite when we had this car verb? We had to change it to a Q. And we have to do the exact same thing here. No toques. Cool. So that's not too bad, right? It's following the same pattern as before. Now there are some exceptions, and these are the same exceptions as the formal commands. No estés. Don't be. No seas. Don't sea. Don't be. No, sorry, I blank out for a second. Don't give. No vayas. Don't go. No. What is the other one? Wow, guys, I'm sorry. I'm blanking out on what the last exception is. There are 5 big ones. Estés, seas, des, vayas. I apologize for that. I don't know what the last one is. But if you go, I can't remember it at the moment. But if you go back to the mandato formales, and you look at the end where I talk about the 5 big exceptions, those same exceptions apply here. Instead of saying no esté, you're saying no estés because it's the to form, right? No seas, no des, no vayas, no blank, whatever the blank is. Sepas, that's it. Don't know. No sepas. Sorry about that. And that's it for formal commands. Make sure to watch commands and object pronouns because they have some special rules with placements that are very important. Take a look at that next. Thanks for watching. Nos vemos.